morning, goeiemorgen, and to my Capetonian friends away, guys and girls all the way from Welcome Bay. My name is Viljoen, and this morning's our direct Facebook Live 30 Minutes with Jan, where we announce our candidates for the 12 months of help that we have been offering. From my side, I just want to once again reiterate the fact that I am not an immigration advisor, neither is any of the guys you'll see this morning in video, and as you can see, we've done a bit different format than normally. So normally you would have seen all the lakes and the sunrise and that type of things, but this morning you first had a look at my logo and then you got to look at me. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But on the other hand, any of the guys that's working here this morning is either working for us directly, and they are neither are they immigration advisors. So none of them would give you immigration advice, but they will all come to the point where we try and help you to get into New Zealand in a legal way. I'm going to put that in a legal way. I know with South Africans you like the 100 rand under the table, but we don't work in rands here, so we're going to do it very legally. As and girls, to further ado, let me introduce you this morning to the team down here. First one up is Viljoen. Viljoen is my own son, so he has joined us about 3 months ago, and he has been out there. Zan, tell us your story a bit.
Morning, guys and girls. Tell them my name is Viljoen. I've been doing this for a few months now. Before this, I was in the shipping industry, importing, exporting. So if anyone's got questions regarding that, please do flick it through our way and we'll try to help. Yeah, I'm into spearfishing, diving, and around here there's a lot of rivers and waterholes you can jump into, which is also pretty nice to explore. So that's just a little bit about myself. Do a bit of fishing with the old man every now and again.
I don't know which old man he's talking about, but some of the photos you saw over December with the guy shooting the big kingfish with the spear guns, one of those guys was him.
I shot the small one.
Yeah, you were the small one, by the way. Our other helper this morning, Rudy Carstens, previously from Durban. Rudy, good morning.
Hello, hello.
Rudy, tell us your story.
Well, hello everyone, and yeah, I've just been living in New Zealand with my wife for almost 5 years, with our 2 dogs. Can't almost imagine that it's already gone so fast. It feels like the other day we landed in Auckland. I've spent most of my career this far with a strong background in IT, and been with Jan also a couple of months now, and I just want to say that becoming a client of Jan has been really opened my eyes, and in joining the team I've seen how fulfilling it can be to help others in gaining the same peace of mind that I've received this far. We'll be applying for our citizenship later in the year, and I'm looking forward to seeing more South Africans getting the same, making New Zealand their new country.
Oh, thanks, Rudy and Zan. Yep, so you guys is all in New Zealand, and I don't know if anybody's watching this morning, to be quite frank. We can only see the backside of the monitors. This is a bit of a makeshift studio, so we've got no idea how many people is watching. I hope somebody would at the end of the day give me a tally of how many people we've reached this morning. Guys and girls, when we started this process of getting 6 candidates between 3 advisors over a 12-month period, we had no idea that this will steamroller this big, to be quite frank. I thought about probably 20 to 30 CVs we will receive, of which half of them we can't help and the rest we could help probably. We have received 149 CVs that we can help. And we've received more than that, but we received 149 CVs that we can help. So 149 CVs between 3 guys, totally impossible to help everybody. So I'm so glad we said only 6 people to each. But we've come to the conclusion where we've drawn some names from the pack, names that we feel that positions we can help them, and we've come to the decision, once we've helped somebody and there's still months over in the 12-month period, because we are going to do this for 12 months, if there's still time over, we're going to help somebody else. So if we get a job for one of our candidates and there's still period over, we'll take the next candidate and see how many people we can help. And after 12 months, I want us all to come back here and say, how many people we've helped, and we will keep the Facebook viewers as well on the point where we tell them how many people we have helped and what the results was with our candidates that we had. So I'm going to let everybody just read out the candidates that they have chosen, and then thereafter they will read the candidates that have gone through to be the first two candidates. So Zan, your list of candidates that you chose at the end of the day was?
Drum roll.
Yeah.
First candidate, Sarel Jansen van Rensburg, Brett Miller, Jaco Barnard, Nico Dupree, Rudolf van Tonder, Linda Liddle, Antoinette van Seil, André Vermaak, Dion Stadler, André Richards.
The sad thing about all those names is out of those, you can only help two at a time. So we will announce the two that he is going to help soon. Let me do my list next. I know you wanted to do yours now, but let me do mine first. I got Sean Jansen van Rensburg, Jaco Roos, Victor Broadley, I hope I pronounced that right, Paul Geraldine, Melissa Houston, Willem Stein, Charles Jansen van Rensburg, Roxanne Smith, André van Kraaienburg, Trudy Erasmus, Mark Dadfork, sorry if I mispronounce your name, Mark, or surname, Bianca Villers, Hendrik Lou, and Dion Boetes is my candidates that I chose, and I will announce who I'll take through to the final two then soon. Rudy, your chance.
Alright, drum roll again. First up is Cherise Saliers, Dion Motter, Hugh van Tonner, Kelly Bold, Simone Vos, Pieter Nobel, Pieter Erasmus, Stephen Aronson, Janine Leroux, and Nanine Becker.
One thing I saw about nearly everybody that sent us their CV and their cover letter, some people did not send us a cover letter, so they were not eligible to go forward. But out of the cover letters, there was a ton of sad stories out there. Guys, we do understand how bad it is in New Zealand. That is one thing, we are up to the ball here. I think none of us has got any false impressions about South Africa and the way it's going there. So we could not choose people just because it's going bad with them as well. But the sad thing is it's really going bad in South Africa, and we really wish that we could help all 149 of you that was eligible at the end of the day. But as with anything else, I mean, we talked about this morning, about the sad stories out there, and yeah, there's some horror stories out there. Was there anything that stood out for you, really?
Just the overall people coming forward and explaining their situation and how they just really wish to move out of South Africa and make a better living for themselves. Make sure that themselves and their family, especially people with children, that they are safe and that they have a future for themselves. So that's the main idea behind.
Yeah, and on your side, we had a quick discussion this morning about somebody who is going to be retrenched very soon, and how bad that really is for anybody in that situation, because of the fact that we doubt if that person will ever even find a job again in South Africa. So was there something else that stood out for you with this whole experience?
Yeah, it's pretty heartbreaking, just the way the government's going at the moment. You get a letter saying you can take a package, and be retrenched, and then will you find another job again? Or if you do stick with your current position in 4 or 5 years' time, will you still have that position? And a lot of sad stories coming through. Honestly, I'd say probably 1 out of every 3 South Africans have got a story where, hijacking, worse, people being tied down in their houses. So a lot of scary stuff. And unfortunately, we can't help everyone, but yeah, there's a reason everyone wants to move over, and we understand that.
I hope you guys can see that we've all got socks on this morning. Because this is the norm in New Zealand to walk around in your socks. Just had to bring a bit of lighter note in there. The one sad thing that stood out for me is a lot of people over the age of 50 that are really trying desperately to leave that country as well. Sadly, that it has to go to that area where you're at the very late part of your life. Now only you need to move. I mean, after 50, I actually feel, this year I'm 50. After 50, I feel you got to find your feet. You got to settle down. I mean, this is the last few living years for you left over. But now people have to uproot themselves just to get a better life for themselves and their kids, and their wife as well. We hope they bring their wives with them. All right. I think from our side, I think Zaan will announce one person that he's taking through as a candidate.
First person I'll be helping is Jaco Barnard.
All right, so Jaco Barnard, you will fall under Zaan. Under my side, I'm going to help Sean Janse van Rensburg. And Rudy?
From my end, first one that I'll be helping is Cherise Salier.
Alright, Rudy's going to help Cherise Salier. Cherise,
yeah.
Salier. Guys, we will be in contact with all of you afterwards. I know Rudy's going to run away very soon and he's got another appointment coming up soon. So the second person you'll be taking through.
Number 2 will be Rudolf van Tonder.
Alright, Rudolf van Tonder. Zaan will make contact with you. On my side, the second person I'm taking through is Douw Botha.
And the second person from my end will be Peter Erasmus.
Alright, that's Peter Erasmus. So everybody has chosen 2 people now, but due to the fact that we had this large amount of CVs, we just thought that, well, actually my thought was, I'll take an extra one. I'll take the extra one. And I think everybody else said also, let's take an extra one. So we will each be taking 3 candidates. So Zaan, your third, your lost pair, you're coming in from the side on the third post from Zaan is.
Third and final one is Andre Richards.
Andre Richards, you got it lucky there. On my side, the third buiteperd, if you want to call it that. The guys in horse racing know what a buiteperd is. I'll take Charles Janse van Rensburg. And Rudy, your buiteperd is?
The lucky number 3 is Kelly Bold.
Kelly Bold, alright. Guys and girls, that was the 2 each and a third lucky person that was out there. We'll get in contact with all of these candidates. There's 9 candidates, sorry, 9 candidates there. There goes my maths. I don't know if my maths teacher is watching this morning. That's what she'll know why. So that will be 9 candidates that we're taking forward. And as soon as we finish off a candidate, we are going to bring in another one of that 149 that we do have. We'll just make contact first before we announce that to find out if they are still in the run or if they have found a job. There's 1 or 2 things from my side. Mark Dadford, he has written, part of his letter was that he's coming to New Zealand. Mark, if you are in New Zealand or when you've reached New Zealand, I think it's the end of this month, please come and see me or give me a call. Let's have a bit of a chat. I can probably give you a few ideas there. And then there's 2 other people as well that I will get back to today and just give them a few tips on that. We've had quite a few teachers on here and we didn't choose any teachers. There's a reason why. The teaching department is quite a more processed part of New Zealand. You need to apply, you need to get the right stuff ready. Everything it's a very long process, and if the teachers, we from our side, we don't really know how to do that, but I have got somebody living in Tauranga that can help you with that. So if you are a teacher and you don't know how the real process is to get a job in New Zealand and you have all your other stuff, you are paper ready, please get hold of me again afterwards from after this. But this is only for the teachers, guys. All these other type of employment, this is only for the teachers. I'll then send you off to this person to give you a bit of tips on how to do that. She has done this process. She's not a recruiter, please get this right. She's a teacher as well. She has done this process now over the past year. She's done this process, and I've listened to her stories every time. So this is the way around for the teachers to go. And sorry, none of us 3 is really that qualified to help teachers getting jobs in New Zealand. That's way more. It's above our pay scale there. So, all right, guys. I think we're going to end off early. Or should we tell them a story about New Zealand? What do you like about New Zealand? Why? Let me say, why New Zealand? This is the big question this morning. Just put this there for me. Well, question. Let's take this question. Why would I want to come to New Zealand and not go to Australia or Canada? Canada's too cold, by the way. Why would I rather come to New Zealand? Rudy, what's your story?
Well, my story was that it was either Canada or New Zealand.
Canada was too
And
cold.
Canada was too cold, and New Zealand looked a bit warmer, so we decided to come to New Zealand. We didn't have any look and see before we dropped in. We just decided
Can't
we're
be
moving, we're doing it, and we came over, got our visitors visas on the airport. Our dog was actually in New Zealand before us, funny enough, and we just decided there's no turning back, we have to make it work, and I'm sitting almost 5 years later. New Zealand, love the place. Probably in my first couple of days, the thing that most impressed me while we were in Auckland is a South African guy came to pick us up. That we were looking at a car that we wanted to buy. He drove us around and did us a bit of sightseeing in Auckland. And when we were done, we went to the post office and we purchased the car in 5 minutes. And it wasn't my name, and that was in the first week probably the thing that most impressed me.
That's interesting. Rudy was one of the guys about 5 years ago that put his dog on the plane, put his stuff in a crate, sent that to New Zealand, but then got on the plane.
Yeah.
Did it totally the other way around.
Yep.
But you are here now. Son, what impressed you the most about New Zealand? I know you didn't have a massive choice of where to go. You had to come with me. So, but what impressed you the most about New Zealand? I'm going to say that Zan had jet lag for 3 weeks, to be quite frank.
Luckily enough, could sleep every afternoon 2 or 3 hours without being interrupted, which is fun. When we just arrived in New Zealand, I think the most impressive thing, it was just towards the end of the summer, and it was green everywhere. A little bit of rain we had, just green, and it's, if you look at a photo and someone edited the photo to that line,
Brilliant green.
yeah, popping out
Yeah.
green.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it looks like. And above that, the fishing's good. The spear fishing's even better. The ocean's nice and warm. You can pretty much swim every day except in winter time, unless you're really brave.
Yeah.
But still, in winter it's 16 degrees, whereas Cape Town we're used to 11, 12,
Freeze,
13.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's still really good. And it's just nature everywhere. I mean, 10 minutes from our house, you go into the gorge and it's just waterfalls and water pools and rocks you can jump off, and you can't see a car or a house for miles. Awesome.
And it's, I want to say something about the weather. It's a dry season now in New Zealand. We haven't had a lot of rain. The grass is turning brown like in the Free State. If you drive through the Free State, you see the brown grass. That is how New Zealand is becoming now. It's in our dry season. And this past week it's been like Durban. You're the Durban boykie.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Yeah.
the weather we've been having, I'm sweating and I'm sitting right underneath an aircon this morning.
Oh,
So
it's been lovely.
it's very
Lovely.
humid, but that's been lovely. So, guys and girls, I think we probably can end off early this morning. Rudy's got to run off, or he's got to go and catch.
And he still
It's
needs
just
to
like-
make coffee.
I still need to make coffee for everybody here around. So I want to say thank you, everybody who tuned in this morning. I've got no idea if anybody even tuned in, so let's hope those 9 candidates this morning, we'll give a phone call as soon as possible. We'll get hold of them and we'll lead them through the process. And I think from my side, when I see you next Wednesday evening in South Africa or Thursday morning in New Zealand, we'll give you some feedback on where the process is with these 9 candidates. And what we are going to do is we are going to keep you in the loop with them the whole time. And I am this year going to give you much more information on how to do your own thing. So I'm not talking immigration advice. I still say getting an immigration advisor is probably one of the best things ever that happened to me. Without a fully fledged immigration advisor, I probably would have never been in New Zealand. So, but on the other side, how to get a job this year, CVs, LinkedIn, Facebook profiles, anything will help you get a bit, putting it up there. But Rudy's on the IT side, and we've appointed a graphic designer as well for our company last night. So we'll bring all of these brains together to give you guys something tangible to put out there for the prospective employer. Alright guys and girls, that's me. So all that I can say is away, stay good, Cape Town, and to the rest of South Africa, stay safe.
Cheers.
And we out.